Hey friends, I'm gonna do a day in the life today. No 2 days in my life are ever the same, and I just wanted to share what today was all about. Right now, we're at a park in a town, not my town, but town close to me, and I've never been to this trail, but I have a 4.3 mile easy run today, and I just wanted to do it on a trail because the snow is coming. It's already snowy up at the tippy top of the mountains, so I can't go like peak bagging anymore. So little trail runs is what I have, and I'm just gonna make the most of it. So I'm here. I'll show you a little bit of the trail as I'm out on it, and this is where we're starting our day. Sort of. I've already like woken up for an hour and a half watching YouTube and meditating and petting my cats and drinking tea. So this is kind of like part two. So let's head out there. So I know a lot of people like to get their hardest work done in the morning, but frankly, my brain doesn't feel ready to do real creative or deep work until like 2 p.m. So that's just one of the reasons I like to get outside, get my fitness in before I start my work day. Okay, trail run done. It was great. It was really fun. Nice and rolling. It was about 600 feet of elevation gain, 4.3 miles. And I just feel like refreshed. I feel calm, ready to go home and do some work. And we'll see what it is when we get there, I guess. I'm going to have a snack. I'm going to have my iced tea and then take a shower and then eat lunch and continue listening to this audiobook that I had on during my run and during the drive called What Happened to You by Dr. Perry and Oprah about trauma and its effects on a developing brain, and very, very, very cool. I don't always listen to nonfiction while I'm running, but it is a good way to sort of like get in some like work while I'm sort of taking the day for myself. I am also going climbing later at 4, so gonna like be spending a lot of time out of the house. And so that's why I do certain things at night. Like I finalized or mostly finalized this manuscript for a book I'm going to be releasing. And I did that at like 11 o'clock last night because that's when I felt like doing it. So I don't really have regular like work hours. I just fit it in around what I actually want to do. And a lot of times that is work, but a lot of times that's also like being active and doing other stuff. So that's how I roll. Okay, so I apologize for not showing you this before I bit into the other one. But this was my meal prep this week. This is Impossible beef, black beans, and rice. And I've just been making these little sort of tacos with a corn tortilla and half a piece of vegan cheese, the Violife cheddar cheese. And I've been eating 2 or 3 at a time, like 3 for dinner, 2 for lunch. It's just what works for me. If I have some like high protein thing already made that I can just eat, quickly, that works a lot better for me than like having to cook all the time. Okay, we're back. Fed, cleaned, and I put a load of laundry in. Now I'm going to do some computer work, and what I'm doing is actually creating a new certification for people who are coaches, therapists, counselors, social workers, or just people who want to have a better frame of reference for working with extrasensory people. So it includes like a transformative aspect of like, I'm going to teach you how to be extrasensory. I'm going to help you develop those skills, but also you can learn the science behind who these people mostly are, what could impact them. Like the connections is what really makes me so excited. And that's what science is really good at finding. Like if you're extrasensory, you're more likely to be neurodivergent. You're more likely to be on a queer spectrum. And queer, it just means like in the modern sense, outside norms. So you could be on the like sexual attraction spectrum that's not just simply heterosexual. You could be bi-curious, you could be pansexual, you could be asexual, and you could be on the genderqueer spectrum. So you just feel there's a little bit more to you than what you were assigned at birth, or you're completely different to what you were assigned at birth, right? You're trans. So queer is just an overall term of like you don't operate, just inside the lines completely. So anyway, like education about that, all of those subjects. And if you are queer and neurodivergent, you're also more likely to have experienced trauma. So what does that look like? How do you deal with that? And if you're extrasensory and you've experienced trauma, well, you probably have a host of other things that are impacting you, like a lot of empathy that gets in the way. You're feeling other people's emotions too much. And how do you deal with that? How do you carve out yourself when you're constantly putting feelers out to make sure that you're safe? So there's a lot to it that I'm like so excited about. What I'm working on right now is like the outline of the program and just refining like exactly what we're going to be talking about in each month, in each session, in each video. And so that way I can like have a binder of things I know I need to research, I need to create, I need to include, and then when it feels right and complete, I will start sharing it. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little tired. Being out in the sun does that to me, so I'm just gonna like chill at my desk, make sure I drink lots of water. I have electrolytes in this one, and then I'll go out and I will stop and get some big envelopes on my way to or from climbing because I have some stuff to ship out. My Achilles heel is shipping things. So if I can accomplish shipping these things today, I'm going to feel so good about my day. I try not to put too much on my plate every day. If I can just get one key thing done each day, I feel golden. So that is my plan. And then later, hopefully, I'll even get some sewing in and I'll show you what I'm working on for my fundraiser. Yeah. All right, friends, you're about to see me fall off the wall, but I wanted to show you the project that I'm working on at the climbing gym. This is a V4, which is pretty well beyond my capability, but it's just like I can get just far enough in it to make me try and try and try and try and try. The pink hold all the way to the left of the screen is the end, so it's not that long. I have landed both feet on that thing I fell off on. That's as far as I got. I'm about to fall off again. And I did get to the top of many a boulder on this day, but I didn't film any of it, so you're just gonna have to watch me fall off a couple times. But I love climbing. It is so much fun, and highly recommend to anyone who is looking for a new hobby. I go with my friend Rachel and we do top rope and bouldering, and it is just the delight of my day. Dinner time snuggles and Only Murders in the Building. Such a good show. Okay, I wouldn't normally show you my toilet paper, but I really love this brand. They are plastic free and it's made of bamboo, which is sustainable, and it's just very aesthetic as well. So I'll put a code down below in the description if you want some money off and give it a try. We also really love their tissues. I've got a little kitty sleeping in the corner. This is super teeny. I'm going to record some readings now on my voice recorder so that I can ship out these paintings, these soul gift paintings, to their people. Let's go. Okay, so I'm looking right now at your painting with the flowers on the bottom right, and I'll just talk through it for you. So the colors I'm seeing on the top are mostly green and blue. So we have creativity and we have alignment. So feeling natural, feeling comfortable with creativity. It's a big part of you. And in that creativity, and some of it is some yellow, which would add a tinge of joy. So maybe your joy is in being creative. And the way the green and blue and white, which is truth, and yellow are all sort of, it kind of looks like confetti to me. So, like throwing your hands up and sharing your joy with the world in a very natural way. So, like, how could this come across? Maybe your personal expression is a way that you share your creativity with the world. The phrasing that you use, the way you walk or talk or do your hair, right? So, creativity can be anything. It can also be writing a poem, writing a short story, making a doodle, making a quilt. And so you have an abundance of that. Like there's a feeling of this never ending creativity here. And then we can go into the flowers in the corner. All right. So to be honest, a lot of my day is centered around my cats. They love sitting on the books I'm reading. They love eating their meals really slowly over many, many sessions in which I need to supervise them because otherwise the other one will steal it. And here's baby. Hi, baby. Beautifully posing on the envelope that I need. So here we got to package up one. I printed the shipping labels. Just got to package up that one. And all that's standing in my way is this little cutie pie right here. So let's wrap up. Oh, you're getting up for me? What a good girl. Thanks, baby. So I thought I was going to get to do some sewing today. Probably won't, but thanks for coming along with my day. I really enjoyed sharing it with you. I'm 57% through that Oprah and Dr. Perry book. I ordered a book on schizotypal personality disorder because that's an interest of mine and always good to know. So, I'm doing research on extrasensory people, of which there's really not much because they think it's a personality disorder. So it's good for me to know what is abnormal and what is normal, so that I can refer people if they need it and all that. So I really take this seriously, my coaching and learning more about mental health and just other professionals who could be maybe a better match for some people who come to me. And so, yeah, it's very fun, very fun. I'm going to wrap up my day and maybe watch a climbing video and go to sleep. Love you guys.